Alright, it's been a while, but Rayman's passwords is still a thing, so don't worry. Last time I played, I finished Dream Forest in its entirety. Every cage busted open. So the only path now is Bandland. And saddle up, because Bongo Hills is an extremely long one. New loading screen image. Gorgeous one. And one of the most beautiful songs in the entire game. Not only that, but a whole bunch of new gimmicks, starting with these staff lines. I think that's what they are. And they're all slippy, slidey. They're slippy and slidey, so much so that you can glide across them just by punching. That's what I call the easy way to get that cage. Otherwise, you'd have to go a bit further down, and then do a flying leap of faith. But I don't have to do that now, because I know what this stage is. Clouds that vanish. Some after a certain time frame, others after you step on them. There's shrink fairies that reduce Rayman to size. And those things are nasty. That one wasn't so difficult because I had the lower ground. But there are plenty of examples of them being not nice to deal with. I don't know if they're called crickets or moths. I've heard them called both, though. No, I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to go. It might be. No, it was. This is incredibly tough to get to, and I don't want to at the moment. It's not much, it's just a tidy... one of the small peas that replenishes your health. This one is a bit more worth it, though. There's also those eyeballs that shoot lightning at you. Nope. Forget it. Not bothered about that at the moment. That was a nice jump. Go down here. There's an extra life. And I'm always glad they fully replenish my health. That's the first of many parts. There's a little secret at the beginning of a second part that gets me some goods. Again, lower ground with those guys. Yeah, there we are. Now it starts raiding blueberries, but if you can umbrella that successfully, you get an extra life for your troubles. Lower ground again, because he respawned. And that is the only time you'll ever be able to jump over them. There's a nasty, nasty jump coming up. Here you want to jump low so you don't bang your head on the blueberries. I know that's not what they're actually called, but it's what I'm gonna call them. It's easier that way. Not good with scientific names, you know. Here's the jump. And I missed it. Take two. Much better. Yes, I just had to jump over the exit sign to get this cloud to appear.
Nope.
You have got to be kidding me. There's so much as a pixel off on that jump, you fall to your death. There we are. Should have done that the first time. Look at that lag spike. I did not think I was gonna make it that time.
Oh, no!
Pretend like that didn't happen. Finally off that screen. Now I gotta deal with this thing. Unsuccessfully at that. Move around left and right on it to control its direction. If at any point you mess it up, you have to go back down and completely start over. Going down here, because there's something I want down here. Cage number 3. A nice replenishment to my health. Okay, I don't think there was any avoiding taking damage there. weak fist, so he's taken quite the beating from that. Worth it for the extra life, though. Now for what's probably my favorite part of Bongo Hills. It's getting a bit dark in here. And in the background of a stage, it's thunderstorming. Beginning part's nasty. No, no, I'm not ready to go down here. There's a ring over there. If I could grab it, that would help. I'm gonna get hit by lightning. Alright, hang on. I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute. Why did it shoot? It was barely even on the screen. So, perhaps you were thinking I needed another ability to get up here from that ring. You might have remembered that I mentioned trick you can pull, where if you hold up while swinging on one of those, you get extra momentum. That's what I did. Okay, that's strange. I thought you could just keep moving through that section and not get hit. Hang on, I've missed something. There's tiny gaps that doesn't look like you can fit through, but you'd be wrong. The hitboxes in this game are something else. There's a magician over here. This one's not so difficult as long as you're careful with your jumping. Well, that's gonna cost me. No, do not exit. Mr. Potato Head showed up uninvited. Alright, sick of you. And up here, there's a little something extra. You have to fight a cricket moth for. Yeah, I'm just gonna embrace that I don't know what they're called. Another extra life. And we're done. With the thunderstorm section, at least. And there are 2 cages remaining, and they're both on this screen. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is my second time attempting to film this. Because I got to this part, and it went about a half a country south. Let's jump over here, get that fairy, not the one over there. The blueberries get aggressive around these parts, and that is not the way I want to go. Yeah, look, did you see that one jump up at me? Oh. I was on the right track. That blueberry is obnoxious. Are we going through this again? I didn't think I was gonna grab that ledge. I want to keep on the left side. Barely grab that ledge. And this cloud is the solution to all my troubles. Now I have to do this again as small Rayman. You have got to be kidding me. Well, at least I don't have to get the cage again. Or jumping through spikes on whatever on earth these things are. Don't need to do this, but I will. The final cage. But that does not mean we're out of the woods. Wait for that cloud to appear so I can fail to jump on it. There we are. Words cannot describe how glad I am that's done. I'll let you make that what you wish. Oh, come on! I pressed jump now. Got the extra life. Good, because I lost quite a few. Alright, yeah, wait for that cloud to appear. I'm not going for any of that extra stuff. I just want out of this level. Sorry if I seem out of character, but that took me 2 attempts, and I was getting a little frustrated with it. There's the password. I call that the 2G password. You know how they've got 5G nowadays? This one runs on 2G. Allegro presto next time. Since I got a bit negative Nancy and dampened the mood, I want to try to make up for that. So I'll tell you how I discovered Rayman in the first place. It began in late 2018. It was around this time I began religiously watching the YouTuber Wolfie Plays. In his videos, things have a tendency to go wrong. And in certain circumstances, when things went really wrong, a particular sound would play. I found this sound so hilarious, I went out of my way to search for it more than once. Every time, my efforts came up dry. And it stayed that way for years. Then 2021 rolled around, and Wolfman Gaming started a series where he revisited old games he played when he was younger. Likewise, on June 9th, 2021, a video from this series pops up in my notifications regarding a PS1 Rayman. Thinking nothing much of it, I played the video like all the others. And not very far into it, this happened.
Was it supposed to be a... Also, yes, by the way, in case you ever wondered where that sound effect came from, I've used a number of times. So wait, how do I do my stuff?
Out of absolutely nowhere, a long search had concluded, but it didn't stop there. I started looking into the game further, finding multiple playthroughs, a rant video, and much more. And eventually it occurred to me, I had a PS2 I could probably play it in. So that Christmas, I went retro. And these days, Rayman 1 is in my top 10 favorite games of all time. I can't believe it'll be 30 years old in a few months.